poppin' YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Lover Boy Pod.
Come here, lover boy.
I'm your host, Ray. Today we got a video of this young, beautiful black queen here. Her name is Christina Mickey. She's telling women some things they need to hear about themselves. I'm gonna respond to it, just be a little bit more raw. Alright? Please like and subscribe to the content if you appreciate it, because I appreciate you. Without further ado, let's get into it.
You really gotta hear this video through. Don't just skip, right? So I used to always say like, oh, men don't like women anymore, they're weird now. Like I'm not saying that they're bisexual or gay or anything like that. I'm just saying they don't like women anymore. But that was me being unaware of myself. So now that I feel like I'm becoming aware of myself and becoming aware of my habits, I wouldn't like women either. Like, the shit that we be doing, it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. And it's like, I wouldn't text you back either. I would mislead you too, because it's emotionally draining dealing with women who aren't aware of themselves. Like, you wanting everything from me is gonna drain a man if I'm a man. I understand that might not make sense, but I'm saying if I'm a man and a woman comes to me and she's expecting all these things from me and she doesn't even give them to herself, I wouldn't like your ass either. Yes, you're fine, you're attractive, but you're looking for me to validate your entire existence through a relationship. You're literally looking for me to validate everything about you through me while I'm still trying to figure out me. I wouldn't like me either as a man. I swear to God I wouldn't. We have to do better as women loving on ourselves, because we don't love them properly because we don't love ourselves properly.
I like this one.
All right, so I agree with like 95% of what she says, right? I do disagree with that. Women just need to learn how to love themselves and then they'll be able to love a man. I do not agree with that. I do think that, and I think men, especially young men, need to listen to what I'm about to say here.
But listen up now. This is serious.
Most modern women today are narcissistic. Okay? They're not thinking about you, how they can help you, how they can make you happy. They're thinking about the resources they can extract from you. All right? I don't know if you guys know what a narcissist is, but I'm gonna read all 5 traits. And you see if you can apply these to any women that you've met or any women in the future that you might meet. Okay. Number 1, inflated ego. We all know they have inflated egos. That's what she was saying in this video. How they come into a relationship thinking that they're supposed to get a whole bunch of shit. And you ain't done shit.
I ain't doing shit.
Lack of empathy. Empathy is when you're able to step outside of your shoes and put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand how they feel. I believe women lack that. So many women lack that. The only people they can really do that with is themselves, because they've probably been in a situation that the other woman's currently in, or they don't want to feel like a woman that they've known, or they see the current woman that they're looking at. Okay? Need for attention is the third one. We all heard a woman say, there's been women who left marriage that he just wasn't paying enough attention to me. We all know that these women want attention. Instagram, do we need to talk about that? Nah, we don't. Need for attention. The 4th one, repressed insecurities. All these women have insecurities. Why you think you guys think that when you cheated on a chick, you think she's mad because you cheated on her? No, she's mad because you embarrassed her. Now she doesn't. Now if everybody else finds out, she thinks this chick looks better than her. What does this chick have that I don't have? The insecurities start to play in her head. That's why. It's not because of the action. Not because she just loved you so much. You can't possibly imagine your digging stick being in another woman's.
True that. True that.
And the last one is few boundaries. That's why these women let Chad and Tyrone. Trust me, go talk to Chad and Tyrone about how the boundaries these women have. Trust me, I can attest to some of that. There ain't none really. There ain't none. So you men just need to understand that we're dealing with narcissistic creatures. Okay, and this is what you women need to understand. You women have to fight against that I kind of call it, I wouldn't say nature, but in today's world, it is kind of something that they can't fight against because the world is literally pushing women to think like this. Okay, it started with my group. Back in the Disney day, the princess movies, the prince always saved the woman. She never had to do anything. She just always thought that the man will be there to take care of it. And now they've grown up, and now that's how they think in real world relationships. So you women got to stop thinking like that. You women got to sit down and think, you know what? All right, if I really do, if you're dealing with somebody that you truly love, then you have to express those feelings to him, because that's what a man is looking for. That's what he's looking at. You got to understand, when the man first sees you, he's not going to see you as special as you see yourself. He's just not. So what do you have to do? This is what women don't want to do. You have to put the work in. And then when you show him that you have value, you become special to him. That's how this works. I remember your parents always told you this. I know we've all heard this. Anything that comes easy is not worth having. So if you women are just showing up and you're not doing anything, and the man's looking like, man, it wasn't like it took much to I just had to have some bread and she just stuck around and everything was done. He's not going to find you special. He's not going to find you valuable. Okay? Anything worth having takes hard work. It takes hard work. A man is willing to put in that hard work if he really likes you. The question is, are you? So let's get to the comments. Oh, and I wanted to say this too. I always thought this was super funny when you ever ask a chick to make a sandwich or do your laundry or something, and she would tell you, I'm not your mom. You can do your own laundry. But then when you talk to them in a disrespectful tone, they'll be like, do you speak to your mom like that? Do you speak to your daughter like that? It really shows you the level these women think they're on when they're in your life. They think they're on the level of your mom and your daughter. It really goes back to the inflated ego and the narcissistic traits, right? You guys let me know if I'm tripping in the comments, but that's just a thought I had. But let's get to the comments on this video, all right? First one, Skrilla. Wow, did you just take full accountability? Where are you from? Why isn't this going viral? The reason this isn't going viral, boss, is because this ain't the message they're trying to send to women. All right, they need these women to be acting a fool. All right, so you won't become a king. Because if you can't become a king if you're always dealing with some foolish woman. Think about the play, brother. Think about the play. All right, Little Bam. Now some of y'all getting smarter. My man Lil Bam, he's right. Unfortunately, it's the minority. She's in the what? I wouldn't even give it 5%. The 1% of women who think like this. So, these are the women that men need to search for. It's like a needle in a haystack, right? But hopefully, the more we keep making this content, men, hopefully more women latch onto the content too. Like I said, I got 44% of my viewers, even though I don't have a lot of them. 44% of my viewers are women, which is still crazy. Like almost half of them are women, so they're listening to this information. They're listening. So hopefully we keep reiterating it, and hopefully it sticks. Right? It just sticks in their brain, and we won't have to deal with the modern woman bullshit anymore. All right. J. Eli, and that's on accountability. I couldn't agree more. Also came to this realization recently. Okay, another one who's in the 1% came to the realization that women need to start fixing themselves if they're going to do anything with men. And like I said, I do agree with that, but I think the diagnosis that they have for women is a little more serious than just not loving yourself enough. All right, they're gonna really have to do some rewiring of the brain to really become the women that we men want. This she doesn't have a name; she just has a heart. The realest post I've watched in a really long time on this app. Yeah, I would say I would say the same thing. This isn't content that we see normally. And I hate when women attack women like her and they call her Me Too, pick me's. That's what they call them, not Me Too. Pick me. That shows you that a lot of women just don't give a damn about a man's viewpoint. They don't give a damn about a man's validation, in that world. Like, they want the validation of, do I look good? Yeah, okay, now you can shut up. Okay? that's how far the validation goes. All right, so but when it comes to other stuff and you start talking some real shit, like, hey, are you wife material and stuff? They don't give a damn about hearing none of that. They don't want to be validated by you in that. They already think they validated themselves. They're good. All right, on to the next one. Natoya Nicole, a confident, humble female, have this mentality. Well spoken. All right. Yes, she is completely right. I would say that this chick, you can see that she is confident in herself. Humble. I don't know her. And she's beautiful too. This is a mentality that you don't see in a package like this, right? So, and she said, yeah, she did say it well. She was well spoken. She comes off as intelligent. This chick here, like I just said, it's just a minority, man. She's just a minority, unfortunately. But like I just said, man, as long as we keep working, hopefully we can get more women to make the transition, right? Then we got Skylines. All right. Next comment. And we as men need to figure out how we are going to advance us throughout these tough days. And then she replied, I agree totally. There is no, unfortunately, we're not like women, bro. Right? We're not going to collectively come together and bring each other up by and locking each other's arms. Right? The world isn't in, the world isn't in dire need, of something to that extreme. Right? So men just don't operate like that, bro. The only way you're going to get yourself out of tough times is making the money, figuring out how to become the top 10, 5, 1%. That's the job of man. And then once we get that, sky's the limit. We can pretty much have anything we want, anything that you want on the silver platter, pretty much. And that's where we men, that's the only thing we can do. No one, men are not going to help each other because we're just so competitive, bro. You know what I mean? We're just so competitive, and what I'm talking about is facts. It's just not going to happen. All right, yeah, we might help each other, but it's not going to be some collective group thing where we just help men live out of these tough times where people just really women just don't really give a shit about us. So last comment here. Man, what's up with these profiles with no name? Last comment here. She just has a lemon. Agreed, but that still doesn't excuse treating someone terribly. Okay, so what she's saying here is like, yeah, we women might act like that, but that doesn't mean you treat us terribly. You need to understand something. When you're around a person and you're not providing any value, but you're just trying to take, let's not even say you're in a relationship. Let's just say you just met this guy and he takes you out on a date, right? He takes you out on a date. He already knows off the top of his head that he has to pay because you expect him to pay. Right? Look at that entitlement off the rip. And that's baked in every chick. That off the rip, that's just baked in every chick. So when a man takes you on a date and he pays for it, he's looking for something in return. What are you giving? And then once he does it multiple times, right? And you're giving nothing but time, which is not valuable to him, but you ain't giving up no punani, yeah, you're about to start getting treated horribly. Okay? That's just the facts, man. That's just the facts. I'm just keeping it a stack with you. All right, so you women just got to stop coming out the gates acting like you just supposed to get it all. All right, you just got to stop. You got to stop acting like that if you want something real. we men have to understand, you got to be able to identify a chick who's just looking to extract resources versus a chick who actually cares about you. That's the job, and that's where the work comes in for both parties here, right? So that's my viewpoint on this. Go check this chick out. Excuse me, I left my window open. I know you guys can't hear that. My bad. That's the episode for the day, man. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Deuces until next time.